Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. From Southern California, the Rays and the Angels as the Rays continue their 6-game trip. Well, hi again, everyone, with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. We'll be joined by Ryan Bass throughout the evening as well. Rays opened this series dropping last night's game 4-3, but Jonathan Aranda continued to swing a productive bat. And tonight, he'll be in the lineup again with Griffin Jacks doing the pitching.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jonathan Aranda driving in runs. He had all 3 runs driven in last night's ball game. Unfortunately, it was a loss, but Jonathan has had a knack all season long for getting the hit when the Rays needed the most. Leads the team with 48 runs driven in. By the way, that's just 11 off of his career high of 59 he set last year. And what he's able to do in these situations, he's able to slow down the heart rate. He doesn't overswing, doesn't try to do too much, and he's just got a knack for getting the runner in, hitting 323 with runners in scoring position. Excellent bat control. Griffin Jacks, his last time out against South Florida, he was fantastic. 5 scoreless innings, gave up just 3 hits, and it's the efficiency is what is starting to stand out with Griffin Jacks as a starter. Coming out of the pen, he was at 21 pitches an inning. As a starter, 14 and a half. He has done that numerous times for the Rays, and they will need him to do it again here tonight.
So it's Griffin Jacks for the Rays. Jose Soriano on the hill for the Los Angeles Ball Club. Rays now 2-2 against this Angels ball club. Rays TV presented by Union Home Mortgage. We greet you from Southern California. Late night with the Rays. Just around the corner. A gorgeous night right here.
Thank you. Late night with the Rays. We like to have a little bit of fun, get to know the guys a little bit. Nick Martinez is here with us, one of the veterans for this group. Being a Miami boy like me, I know you like your coffee. So how do you get it, Nick?
Yeah, in the morning I like just a black coffee with some honey in it, and then in the afternoon I get a Cuban coffee.
Yeah. I'd take you as a cafecito kind of.
Yeah, I got a little pick-me-up in the afternoon.
That's a 305 for you, how we like the coffee. All right, AIM screen name back in the day, Instant Messenger.
Yeah, my first ever was Nick Baseball 243. That was my first ever AIM username.
It still applies. You can reload it up if you need it to.
I can, yeah.
All right, what's your most controversial food take, Nick?
My most controversial food take would probably have to be, I'm almost ashamed to say it, I like pineapple on my pizza.
Well, that's blasphemous.
Yeah, but I'm not really, I went to school in New York, but so they're not going to like that, but I am from Miami, so I like the Hawaiian pizza.
I do like that. That adds to it. All right, last thing, window or aisle seat guy on the plane?
I like the window. I like the window. I don't get up, and I hate to have to get up. So I'll sit down and won't get up the whole flight.
It's an easy way to do it. Nick Martinez, Dwayne, late night with the Rays, always fun.
Fun indeed, and if you want to go in depth, this is the place. You've come to the right place. Late night with the Rays, and Ryan Bass will be back with us on a frequent basis here tonight from Southern California.
Pineapple on the pizza?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I'm not a pineapple on the pizza guy, but I can respect the guys that can admit. He even said, I'm ashamed to even say this, but I like pineapple on my pizza.
Yeah, a little. You got to sometimes
Miami guy,
a little outside the mainstream.
tropical.
Yep. Why not? Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup. Brought to you by Orlando Health. The Rays will have Yandy Diaz leading off again tonight, followed by Jonathan Aranda. And then Cedric Mullins in the 3rd spot, hitting in front of Junior Caminero, Chandler Simpson, Richie Palacios, Victor Mesa Jr. in there in right field, hitting in front of the catcher Hunter Paducia, and Taylor Walls at short, bats ninth.
Well, our Suncoast Credit Union starting pitcher here tonight for the Angels is going to be right-hander Jose Soriano, making his 15th start of the season. 7-4 with an ERA of 2.96, a whip of 1.24. 87 strikeouts up against the 40 walks, has allowed 9 home runs. Got off to a torrid start for the Angels. Things have started to come back down to earth a little bit, but Soriano's one of those guys, a lot of ground balls. He'll get a number of strikeouts, so he's got that perfect combo that you're looking for a starting pitcher. Ring up the strikeouts, and if they do put the ball in play, the majority of the time it's on the ground. He has that mix. And by the way, there is the mix. Talking about what he's going to be coming at these Rays hitters with, two-seam fastball. Look at how evenly dispersed all of these pitches are. Now, he does throw the fastball, at least the 2 and the 4, at 51%, but completely different movements on those 2 fastballs. The curveball, big swing and miss pitch, so is the splitter and the occasional slider. Let's take a look at our defender defense here tonight. Left to right in the outfield, we're going to have Wade Meckler, Mike Trout, and Joe Adell, the infield third to first. Denzer Guzman, Zach Neto, Oswald Peraza, and Nolan Shotwell with Logan O'Hoppe back behind the plate.
And with that, we are set to play baseball. Mike Trout patrolling center field, as you might expect here at Angel Stadium. And Yandy Diaz in the batter's box. Soriano set to go to work. And the big right-hander's first delivery is taken for a strike. So we are underway. 76 degrees here in Anaheim. It's a chop foul. 0-2.
That's what he wants, and we were talking about the 2 different fastballs. He gets really good velocity, averages 97 miles per hour, but his two-seamer gets about 5.5 inches more depth than the average two-seamer thrown at his velocity. So he's way above major league average with the sink, and the four-seamer gets a lot of run.
And he has been the guy in their rotation, 7-4 with a 2.96 earned run average through 14 starts. Yandy pops it foul. That will carry out a play, holding the count at 1-2. He won 10, lost 11 a year ago, made 31 starts. Now 2-2. Curveball.
See how much sweeping action that gets, and I know that he pulled that particular curveball, but that's another something to look for with Soriano. The curveball gets a ton of sweeping action towards the glove side.
And that's taken a little close. So after getting down on the count, Yandy now finds himself all the way out 3-2. And there is ball 4. The Rays put the leadoff man on to begin this game.
Well, you know what? This was going to be part of our Ford Keys. And you see what he did in his first 6 starts. He had given up 1 earned run, a solo home run in 37 2/3 innings. He was 5-0 with a .24, but then teams started to get patient with him. And all of a sudden, the home runs went way up, and so did the walks. And so that's what Yandy was able to do right there. Show some of that patience, more base runners.
Oh, a shot right back off Soriano. He gathers himself to recover and make that throw to first, and the Angels will come out to take a look at him. That was a hot shot line drive, and those things can be a little unnerving.
Did it get any part of the glove? And that's what you're hoping for. He looks to be okay. Well, they're going to check on him. Oh, he's saying he got him in the chest. Line drive, Jonathan Aranda using the middle of the field. Yeah, he knocked that down, but that hit his right pec.
Yeah, that's something they will want to be very careful with. Boy, there's just no chance to react, to get out of the way.
You know, and the thing is it's not like these pitchers anymore end up in good fielding position.
Exactly. That's forgotten.
Right. So they're creating so much velocity and so much effort that they don't end up in good fielding position, and they just are and can become a target. And there's not much they can do.
Well, a couple tosses to the plate. And a little more conversation. Kurt Suzuki, Mike Maddox out there. Well, you know, you can see him, and with that left hip, high on that hip. So that's something that getting hit up there toward that right shoulder area. So that's where the shoulder bone is connected to the hip bone. And so he says he's going to stay in. Number one, it's unnerving to begin with, and then you talk about the physical side of things. So one out with a runner at second. Cedric Mullins hitting third for the Rays, and a shot up the middle. Neto, the shortstop, was played that way. Makes the play at first, and Mullins is out of there. And Soriano had to be thinking, what's going on with that one that goes right by him on the mound?
Well, you're going to come down the middle of the plate. The guys in this Rays lineup, they try to go right back through the middle of the field. There's a good number of them, so.
Junior Caminero. 1 ball, no strikes. The breaking pitch right there. Two and nothing. Junior starts at 273. With the 14 home runs. And that's a strike. Dave Rackley calling the balls and strikes. 44-year-old umpire. And a big cut and a miss. 2-2.
That's the two-seamer that we were talking about. The four-seam, it stays a little bit more true. It gets a little run to the arm side, but that sinker has a lot of depth to it, and he throws it hard. That's not a combination that you see quite often. A lot of two-seamers that are thrown that hard don't have the kind of movement Soriano gets, so at least the first time through this lineup, it'd be an adjustment here for the Rays hitters.
Man at third, 2 gone. And a full count now to Junior Caminero. And a wave and miss. He came back with the breaking stuff. And Caminero out number 3. Rays leave a man. Bottom of the first coming. No score. Lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. Leading off, Zach Neto for the Angels, followed by Mike Trout and Wade Meckler. Adele, Shonowell, and Peraza down the heart of the lineup. Denzer Guzman hits 7th. Walton the DH, and Ohapi the catcher in the 9th spot.
Well, our Suncoast Credit Union starting pitcher is going to be right-hander Griffin Jacks, making his 9th start of the season. Obviously started coming out of the bullpen and was able to build up during the course of the season. Has gotten himself to 5 innings as his longest outing. He's done that 3 times. Record 0-2 with an ERA of 3. A very tidy ERA there of 3. And as we said coming in, been much more efficient as a starter.
Zach Neto after the first pitch, and a chopper down to Caminero. And across the diamond goes the throw to Aranda.
Let me ask you something, Dwayne. One pitch, one out, pretty efficient?
That is the height of efficiency.
I do think that the Rays view Griffin Jax like we talked about Jose Soriano. So Jose Soriano, a lot of strikeouts and a lot of ground balls.
Yep.
And the Rays view Griffin Jax the same way with his mix. He's a guy that's got a very good ground ball rate, and they think that he's going to be able to get back to where he's a big strikeout guy, too. The perfect combo.
Yeah, that's a great combo. First pitch to Mike Trout is high. His ground ball rate's over 48%, and Soriano's over 52%. So between these two guys, number one, good arms and a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, I mean, Soriano is in the 89th percentile. Griffin Jax is in the 75th.
Yep.
They're going to keep these infielders busy if they're on their game.
2-0 count to Trout. 2-1. Los Angeles starting the night 28-42. They've broken even in 10 games in the month of June, 5-5. Liner, base hit into left. Couple hops out there to Simpson. Trout is on base.
Well, let's take a look at the defender defense here tonight for the Rays. And joining Chandler Simpson in that outfield is going to be Cedric Mullins and Victor Mesa Jr. The infield looks like this: Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Richie Palacios, and Jonathan Aranda. Hunter Fiducia gets the haul behind the plate.
So Trout's aboard. Not a lot of at-bats in this Angels lineup against Griffin Jax. Trout now 2 for 3 in his career off the Rays righty. And here's Wade Meckler. Boy, Meckler tied up. He was tied up in and a little behind.
Yeah, well, that's a cutter. And Griffin Jax does not throw a lot of cutters, especially early in games, and certainly not the first pitch of an at-bat. But, boy, he surprised Meckler there.
There goes the runner, and the throw to second is not in time. Mike Trout, 7 of 7 now in the running game.
You know, he has a knack for knowing when to go, and Hunter Fiducia, unfortunately, had a tough pitch to handle to get that throw off quickly. He's got to reach down and in and then come up throwing. It just took a little bit too long, and that allowed Trout to sneak in there.
Now Meckler with the 1-1. Sweeping down and in. He missed it. Well, 221 stolen bases now for Trout in his career. And a wave and miss. And he had Meckler out in front.
He had Meckler just completely confounded in that at-bat. Everything early in the AB was in off the plate towards Meckler. And then all of a sudden, he pops this. Our Advent Health strike zone. He takes that changeup down and off the plate. But there's the grip. We talked about it in his last start. The fact that that middle finger stays behind the baseball is the reason why his changeup is so hard. Still an effective pitch for him, but that's why that velocity is so close to that fastball.
Strike on Joe Adell. And that didn't miss by much. Down a little at 96.
And now Griffin Jax calling his own pitch. That's the thing. Another thing to watch for Griffin. He doesn't call every pitch, but there are certain times where he'll let a pitch go, and as soon as he gets the ball back from the catcher, he's pressing the button that's on his hip.
Towering fly ball, left center. Mullins is there and made the catch. A couple looks up there. He located it and put it away. No score.
Oral B.
Toyota's trend of the day, scoring first. You see the Dodgers 31-8, and the Rays, when they score first, 28-8. The Yankees, Texas, and Atlanta among the top 5. There's a strike.
Yeah, I mean, what does that tell you? All the good teams, and it's about getting that early lead.
Yep.
Most of those teams have really good pitching staffs, so they're able to hold down the fort while you hope to build on that lead.
Chop down to first. And we get a tag here on Simpson, 3 unassisted. Shonowell taking care of that. Well, the Rays, for the first time in a long time, find themselves behind the New York Yankees in the East now. Yankees won their game, so they're a half game up.
Temporarily.
Yes, the Rays, you know, Rays had that little tailspin and still managed to hold on to first place all this time by percentage points. Oh, what a hot shot line drive by Richie Palacios there. Unfortunately for the Rays, right at Shonowell, the first baseman.
I mean, right at the ready, and that ball right on him, just above the bill of the hat.
You can smile now.
That's why these infielders, they get into that ready position every time the pitcher gets ready to deliver to the plate, because you never know.
Yep.
You don't want to take a pitch off. You may eat it.
Victor Mesa Jr. missed the breaking ball, strike one. Yeah, the Rays and the Yankees for the longest in a virtual tie in the games behind Parma, but in the percentages, the Rays had the best winning percentage in the division until now, and they're a half game back of New York.
Well, they take care of business tonight. They'll get those few percentage points ahead once again.
Yep.
But the thing I think a lot of people around the league find surprising is how the Yankees have really picked up their game since Aaron Judge went down.
Yeah, how about that? Miss 1 and 2.
Everybody thought that was going to be a big, like, what are you going to do with, without Judge, your big guy? I mean, I'm sure that's going to affect the team, and maybe over the long haul it will. But here in the short term, they've had guys step up. Paul Goldschmidt today, different guys at different times, and they haven't missed a beat.
And that's a strikeout. Down to first to complete it. Mesa out number 3. No score through an inning and a half.
Well, our Papa John's key ingredients. Let's take a look at Griffin Jax as a starter and as a reliever. And you can see in the 9 innings of work coming out of the pen, an ERA of 8 and 21 pitches per inning. As a starter, he has made that transition pretty seamlessly, I would say. ERA of 3, lower whip, and 14.5 pitches per inning. Very efficient.
And the first pitch is a strike call to Nolan Shonowell. Shonowell, born in the Boca Raton. Here's home in Boynton Beach. And there is strike 2 to the fellow Floridian. Shonowell, Peraza, and then Guzman due up in the inning. Ball, 2 strikes.
See right there, Griffin Jax calling that pitch again. He doesn't do it all the time, but it's like he gets the feeling, he lets a pitch go. Okay, I know exactly what I want to do here. I'm not going to wait for Hunter Fiducia. I'm just going to go ahead and tell him this is what we're going to do.
That's the roller foul.
Boy, it would have been nice to have that option back in the day.
Yep.
And you can imagine guys like Greg Maddux, they wouldn't have even needed the catcher. They would have just called their own game from their hip. That's it.
And I'm going to tell you, Maddux called his own game anyway.
He called other guys' games.
Yeah, yes, he did. He was something to watch.
Pitch come from the dugout when you were out there on the mound. I'll let you know.
There's a little foul ball holding the count at 1 and 2. Yeah, he worked out a little system with his catcher to let them know what he was going to throw.
How he would catch the ball.
Yeah,
they would throw it
exactly
back.
Right.
That story is incredible.
Yep.
Just how I catch the ball, that's what the next pitch will be.
Yep.
And no one ever
picked up on it.
Never.
That's right.
That's incredible. Different level.
Stroked into left. That ball's going to drop. One hop in front of Simpson. Shonewell has himself a base hit.
That's frustrating. I understand what Griffin Jax is thinking right there. It was a tough at-bat. He fouled off some tough pitches, and then Griffin Jax comes up and in, and Shonewell is able to fight this thing off.
So the FAU product is aboard at first. And Peraza jabbing at that in the bunting attempt. Strike one.
He was jabbing at that because you could see up the middle, Palacios is playing up by second base, and Aranda's holding the runner on. So when you see all of this room, he's like, if I just punch it this way, that's a base hit. All I got to do is get it by the pitcher.
And that's a chop to short. Back to second. They get there. And over to first, not in time. Well, Waltz had to unload it in a hurry because of that high hop.
Tell you what, the Rays turned that as best you could.
Yep.
They could not have done that more efficient. Tough hop for Walls to handle, and the throw, the angle of the throw that he had to get off. And Palacios was flawless in the turn. I mean, you couldn't have done that any quicker than he did.
So it's Peraza aboard. There's Guzman. Denzer Guzman. Ground ball short, a little more routine here. 6-4, 3 and out. Started by Walls, Palacios in the middle, and over to Aranda. Time to send your Rays to the 26th MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. Voting open all June. You can cast your ballot every single day. Vote Rays today at raysbaseball.com/vote. Fiducia. First pitch is a ball. Runner Fiducia, the Rays catcher, then Taylor Walls, and back around to Yandy Diaz. Caught the zone around the knees. 1-1. And low. Fiducia starting the evening hitting .264. Trying to catch up there, a little tough to do on that one. 2-2. It's a ground ball chop toward the bag at second for the shortstop, Neto. One up, one down. Shall be Taylor Walls.
Well, you think about it so far, you look at Soriano. A couple of ground ball outs in the first inning, a line drive, a ground ball out, a strikeout in the first and second inning, a ground ball out right there. Griffin Jax with the big ground ball double play. And the fielder's choice that last half inning.
That's what these guys do, throw a lot of ground balls. Walls fouls it. Coming in, Soriano's ground ball rate tops last year in the majors at over 65, second this year in the American League, over 50%, 52 plus.
That's why early in the count, you want to see Soriano, and for that matter, Griffin Jax, you want to see them up in the zone. They want to entice you to some quick ground ball outs, and those are the pitches you got to lay away from, lay off of early in the count. And then, like I said, you look at Soriano over the course of the season, his zone percent, he's well below major league average. So he's not in the zone even at a major league average. So if you can be patient with him, he'll put himself in some 2-1, 2-0 counts.
Yep.
And then maybe you get a pitch that's a little more elevated in the zone that you can drive. There you go right there. I mean, that's far below, but it's a lot because of that two-seamer that guys chase. They chase out of the zone.
Well, now it's a full count on Walls, and I can only imagine how difficult it would be for a hitter to be that disciplined.
That's where the game plan comes in. That's where you have to game plan as a hitter and then be disciplined in the approach.
Yep.
You say to yourself early in the count, I'm going to see the ball out of his hand up.
Yep.
I'm going to see it up. If it's down, I'm going to let it go until I fall behind.
And I'll tell you, Wald's a pretty good job right there drawing the walk.
That's it.
A couple pitches there down out of the zone, and he's on first base.
That's what they talk about. They're like, look, guys, he is not in the zone very often compared to the major league average. So be patient. Whatever that may be. For each hitter, it's a little bit different, but force him to flatten pitches out in the zone. And until then, not until you fall behind.
Yandy, 26-game streak of reaching base, walked his first time. 1-1.
And by the way, those game plans can always flip on their head during the course of a game. If you realize that he is pounding the zone early and he's getting ahead of everybody 0-1, 0-2, okay, maybe it's time to be a little bit more aggressive. But until then, let him get himself into some trouble. That's where the teams have had some success against him recently. Like I said, first 6 starts, 5-0 with a .24. In his last 8, he's 2-4 with a .528.
Yep.
Big difference.
Well, 1-2, and when you fall behind him, that's when it's the big challenge. And a chopper to third, and the throw to first will be in time. Up to second goes Walls, 2 outs, and we'll check in with Ryan.
Well, Dwayne, Jonathan Aranda's season has become a masterclass in adjustments. We've talked about some of the numbers. BA, you mentioned in the open, he is closing in on career highs in homers and RBIs, and we haven't even reached the All-Star break yet. With Aranda, the key thing with him, anytime he goes into a slump, that was with the average earlier this season or prior to yesterday's 3 RBI game, he said he watches himself on film. He breaks down at bats and swings until he finds what's needed to change. Kevin Cash says what separates Aranda, the ability not just to adjust pitch to pitch and at bat to at bat, but he can foul off tough pitches and extend an at bat, wait for something he can handle. It's a big reason why he's been one of the Rays' most consistent hitters, and Dwayne BA closing in on a career year already in the first half.
Yes, you're right about that, and he has to be a source of frustration for opposing pitchers, not only because of what he can do when he makes contact, but his approach up there at the plate.
He doesn't get antsy.
Yep.
You know, a lot of guys with runners in scoring position in particular, they get antsy. They get a little too excited. They try to do a little bit too much. Jonathan Aranda is one of those guys that can slow down the heart rate. He doesn't get overexcited. He doesn't overswing. He manipulates the bat. He's got excellent bat control, and he just puts the ball in play. They're right there. Look at a handsy little wristy swing out into left center field. And then in the 9th inning, the Rays are trying to come back. A nice swing, getting out around that baseball, driving in another run. Couple of hits, 3 runs driven in.
Well, very good to situate himself to certain times in the ballpark, and he's trying to walk that last one off. And it's taking him a little time to it's hard to say to get the feeling back or to get that feeling out of there.
Yeah, right.
One of the two. Back in the box now with a 1-2 count. Ground ball back of first into that big mitt. Shonowell steps on the bag, and the Rays leave a man at second. No score.
Well, Dwayne, you made me aware of this. We were on the bus, and you were telling me that Yamamoto with the Dodgers had a perfect game through 7, had a no-hitter through 8, and then how about Tristan Peters? Gets him right down the line for the first hit, and obviously what would be the first run of the game for the Chicago White Sox. Yoshinobu Yamamoto loses the perfect game in the 8th inning. It was a bad hop ground ball, by the way, to Mookie Betts that they ruled an error, but then the no-hitter was broken up in the 9th with the home run. And Tarek Skubal made his return. Quickly had some loose bodies taken out of that elbow. First start since that surgery back in May. 2 earned runs and 4 2/3 innings. I believe that was in Cleveland. Cleveland game that they would lose, but Cleveland would also lose Jose Ramirez.
Yes.
To a broken hamate bone.
How about that? That is not pleasant and not good at all for the Guardians. 1-0 here, the count. Walton, the DH, leads it off and chops it down to first. It's a fair ball, over the bag fair, and Aranda takes care of that unassisted. Yeah, a lot going on in that Dodger game. Wow.
I know. I mean, to be perfect through 7, and then you get what was ruled an error in the 8th inning, and you know that Mookie Betts is feeling. Think about that. You think about the pitcher that has the perfect game through 7 or 8. Those fielders are feeling it too.
Sure.
Because it's a perfect game. And guess what? They lose it if you mess up. So that adds an element of pressure to those guys playing behind you too.
Want to know the count to the catcher? Oh, Hoppy. And that's in on him and pops him up.
Grown man hit that ball, Dwayne.
That's right.
That's what they used to say on the bench all the time. You'd see a pitcher get a fastball in on a guy and a big swing and a little barely flare pop-up that stays in the infield, and someone would tap you like a grown man.
Yep.
Big leaguer hit that ball right there.
But I'll tell you, it's one of the finer points of the game when, and as you well know, when a pitcher can do that and have that ball, in this case, come in on that right-handed hitter, get him down a little bit above the handle. I mean, you feel good about that.
Hitters don't like to make outs. They don't like to get struck out. At least they used to. I think that's coming back around. Guys don't like to strike out. They hate getting beat in.
Yeah.
They hate it. It's somehow, it's just, it's like you've taken away their machismo when you can beat them on a pitch in right off the hands.
Yeah, number one, you get it in there. Number two, you hit it just a few feet and it's a little pop-up.
Oh, yeah,
You're
with
thinking,
a full swing.
Yeah, this is not good.
No, it's not good. They do not like that.
Two and one now. Hey, how about that guy?
He could embarrass you a lot of different ways.
Oh, he was so great to be around. My time with Houston, and I had the good fortune to call his 5th no-hitter, which was at the time the record-breaking no-hitter. And Nolan, as hard as he threw, would say in that Texas drawl, "I'll be okay if I can get my curveball over."
Like that.
Right there.
Boom.
Got it, a wave and miss. So 3 up and 3 down. On to the 4th we go. No score in this one from Southern California. Head to Tropicana Field Saturday, June 20th. Rays take on the Nationals. One of the first 10,000 fans through the gates and score the exclusive Rays jersey jacket presented by Spectrum. So don't miss your chance to grab. It's a limited edition giveaway, so get your seats now at RaysBaseball.com/tickets.
We got back from the break about 5 to 7 seconds too late, Dwayne.
Well, here's the second pitch foul.
Yeah,
and it's 0-2.
We made the couple that was being shot when we were coming back in. She had to do some cleanup.
Yeah.
Clean up on aisle 6. My man had some leftovers from dinner, maybe even dessert.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's what happens late night with the Rays.
Yeah, and he looked at me completely coherent, but she had to clean it up a little bit.
Well,
good for her.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
Pitch upstairs. 1-2. We are scoreless in this game. The Rays facing the right-handers Jose Soriano. Chopper foul.
Those are things you have to do, though, even as a friend.
Yep.
Like, you don't want to tell your buddy that he's got a bat in the cave or he's got a little something stuck over in the corner of his mouth. You don't want to do that. But if you don't, you can't. He's going to come back and be like, really? This was hanging off my cheek and you guys aren't going to say anything?
That's right. Oh, a base hit up the middle into center. So the Rays pick up a hit here to lead off the inning. No, you're right about that.
It puts you in a tough spot.
It does.
But at the end of the day, you got to do the right thing, and you've got to tell your buddy that that he's got to do some groundskeeping.
Clean it up a little bit.
Clean it up a little bit.
Yep.
That's what the Rays are trying to do offensively. Nice job there by Mullins getting down on that pitch and rocketing it through the middle of the field, and that's a real nice start here because you've got real good speed aboard, guy that can steal a bag, guy that you can do things with. Nobody out.
Junior Caminero. This one is down.
Do you see how he tried to get on top of that? Junior Caminero last year grounded into a ton of double plays because he's got that really flat swing. And if you can get a pitch moving downhill, he will hit that ball into the ground for you. And that's what Soriano was looking for. Still is.
And it chops it foul.
That's the one downside to the flat swing. If you've got a pitch that's got sudden movement down, Junior will hit you the ground ball. And that's where he ran into some troubles last year with all the ground ball double plays.
Oh, look at that. The bat goes one way, the helmet is off, and the ball up the first base side.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hanger that came out of Soriano's hand, and it was such a bad hanger. Junior got way too excited. The pitch was way too up in the zone, and he just got way out in front. And watch this ball come out, that knuckle curve. We haven't seen him lay one up there, and look how, I mean, overexcited.
Boy, and you can't blame him. The ball's up there saying, hit me. And he's going, I can't wait to hit you, and I'll show you. Bat goes one way. Look at all that. Wow. Big cut there. That one dropped out of sight. Caminero out on strikes, swinging for the second time tonight.
Well, our Orlando Health slow-mo replay, it's the split. And you see how this ball just bottoms out. And two things are going to happen there. Either that right there, the swing and miss. If he does hit it, what's it going to be? Going to be a ground ball, and that may have been worth 2 outs. So Soriano with a big pitch in a big spot.
Down and in, dug out there by O'Hoppe. Simpson at the plate. Well, there's the whiff rate leaderboard. Soriano right there in the hunt.
How is Jacob Mizorowski only tied with Dylan Cease at 38%? I mean, that kid, did you see the game last night? He throws a complete game, 95 pitch shutout, but strikes out 15. You know, start doing the math.
Yeah.
Those outs right there, that's at least 45 pitches. So he's got 50 more pitches to have to get 4 more innings worth of outs.
Yeah.
Incredible. He had 5 2-ball counts, no 3-ball counts. He only threw 21 balls.
This one hits the mound, back a second, close play, safe there. Mullins got in there, stretching that arm out, and that's going to be a base hit for Simpson. So some speed. Mullins safely in at second. Simpson aboard.
Too much momentum for Neto. Watch Neto get over to grab this baseball. Now he's got to try to get back, and he's just not able to. Not able to get his footing, not able to push off and get there. Boy, that is so close, too. He's like, how did we not get that one out? Well, the thing that's tough for Soriano, he's still just 1 pitch away from getting another ground ball. So if you're Richie Palacio, see it elevated. Now don't go after those. That's going to be nothing but trouble.
Richie hit that shot on the first pitch back in the second inning, down to first, a line drive. Yeah, chased that pitch down there, got just a little piece of it to foul it. That one disappeared on him. 0-2 for every hit this season. Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/raise for more info.
Well, Soriano, 2 pitches down below the zone, looking for, well, either what he got was a swing and a foul tip and a swing and a miss, or the ground ball. And now Richie's in a little bit of a hole here.
Hot shot foul on the right side there.
Did you see the 77-year-old bald man in San Francisco make the play the other day? Coming off the bench with a dive. 77 years old. He was a lefty. He was down the right field line, and he made the play.
Inspiring for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, and that one just dropped out of sight. Breaking ball down.
4 pitches in that at bat. All 4 pitches were below the zone. All 4 pitches got a swing.
So 2 outs now. There's that pitch again.
Right, Junior.
2 men on, 2 men out. Victor Mason Jr. Soriano struck him out first time up. That's a little chop, first base, unassisted. Shonewall takes care of it. No runs, a couple hits, no score. Well, score big on Authentic here at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rays, the official source for your Rays gear.
Dwayne, that's our couple. That's our couple with the boys.
Yep.
The traveling Arkansas family.
And they show up all around the country following the Rays.
How about the trip they're on right now? They're going to take in this ball game.
Yep.
They're going to take a game of the Rays and Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. And oh, by the way, in between, they're going to take a World Cup game in.
Yep.
It's a pretty good trip.
It's a great family trip, and,
Yeah.
And we know that somewhere during the season we're going to run into them.
Houston last year and Boston.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Anaheim, LA. The boys keep getting bigger.
Yes, they do. Well, 2 quick strikes here on Mike Trout. Bottom of the 4th underway. And did he go? Well, the Rays would like to argue yes, but there's a no swing indication down there at first.
Just a little bit too far off the plate, so Trout was able to. Ooh, that one got close too.
Yes, it did.
Real close.
Oh, did that come back? Yes, it did. Strike 3 call.
That's what a hitter is never looking for. You're never looking for the right-on-right curveball in, but that's exactly where they're going with it. How about that? You don't see that often. I mean, Fiducia is set up middle in for a curveball. Maybe middle, but either way, that ball backs up a little bit. Trout's not expecting it there.
Wade Meckler is the hitter. That pitch is down. Ground ball, backhand stop, nicely done. Aranda, 2 jacks, and Meckler is out of there.
So far, this is following the plan. We talked about it in the first inning, Dwayne. These 2 guys, if they're on their game, they're going to wear out their infielders. And that's what we have seen. Both of them making really good pitches down in the zone, and these hitters are just beating it into the ground.
Joe Adell. And he's pulling off that pitch as it's swept away from him. Strike 1. 10 home runs for Adell. Started the night at .239 on the season. Pulls it into the left. Simpson's going to race back, and he'll have to play it off the wall. Into second base goes Adell. He's in there with a 2-base hit. That's his 10th double.
Well, the one mistake that was made up in the zone. Watch where this pitch is. That ball stays right there, thigh high, and Joe Adell's able to catch some backspin. Fortunately for the Rays, it stays in, and Chandler getting that ball in, and Adele able to get out there to second base, so the Angels have themselves a 2-out chance.
Well, here's Nolan Shotwell, who singled his first time. It's ball one.
Tonight's game, okay. Well, that makes sense. Mullins hit that ball sharply up the middle.
One and one on that foul ball. But you get a ball with that kind of velocity off the bat. I mean, it's amazing that defensively you can do anything at all. I mean, that's moving.
Yeah, it is, especially when you're talking about line drives.
Yep.
And balls that are in the air. And I don't mean like in the air, like fly, pop-ups.
Yeah,
So those
line.
can get off. Yeah, those are the line drives. That's where the average comes from, and that's where your most difficult plays are made. Because we've seen balls, 110 off the bat. Okay, great. It was a two-hopper to shortstop.
Yeah.
I mean, so you hit that ball down on the ground hard, cool. As soon as it hits the ground, all that's gone. But boy, you hit it on 110 on a line. Ball's moving.
Up the middle. Oh, and it gets away. That took a hop on Walls and deflects into left. Adele's going to score. Shotwell is aboard. And Los Angeles will take a 1-0 lead.
I want to see what went wrong there. We know that Taylor Walls, just from talking to him, he likes to backhand the baseball. It's what he tries to do right there, and the ball just comes up. Did it catch him in the wrist? I'm not sure. I know it didn't get into the glove. But that leads to that Angel first run.
And here's Peraza. And this one's got to get away. Paduccia will track it to the backstop on a wild pitch. Shotwell heads up to second base. Let's go back and take a look at that ball.
Well, Walls likes the backhand. That's why he just sets himself there, and that ball gets him right in the wrist. Comes right up over the glove and catches him in the wrist. That got no part of his mitt.
They've ruled that an error. And as hard as that ball was hit and the movement on it, that's a tough error any way you look at it. I mean, he's thinking, I've got to make every play. A 1-1 count. It's fouled at the right side, 1-2. So the Angels with the first run of the game. And a reach and a swing and miss. So Peraza is out on strikes. Los Angeles gets a run on this beautiful night in Southern California, close to sundown. Get ready for the best summer at Tropicana Field with the Rays. With the family pack, you get tickets to the game, meals for everyone, and a parking pass. Find out more at raysbaseball.com/summer. All starts at $27 per person.
Can you believe it's already summer? School's out.
And it's time to take in a few games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Get to see such a fun brand of baseball to watch. The Rays are always going to have good pitching, whether it be starters or out of the bullpen. But the offense this year, the more versatile, more old school, manufacturing runs. All those categories, they're in the top 3, top 4, sometimes the top. Infield hits, bunts, bunt for hits. Good base runners, they'll steal bags.
Yep. Well, it's a mixed variety. And when you take a look at Where the Rays have been, I'll tell you, they've made the most out of this offense.
Yeah, they have to, Dwayne. Right now, they are dead last in Major League Baseball in home runs.
Yes.
Dead last.
Yep.
And I wasn't even aware of that. I knew they were way down there. And
yep.
You were like, no, they're 15th in the American League and 30th overall. I was like, okay,
yep.
Well, then guess what? If that's the case, you're going to have to manufacture runs.
Yeah.
You got to find a way.
And look, we'd all love to see him hit a few more home runs, but the brand of baseball they're playing is such a fun and a throwback to a decade plus, the way they played the game. And I think it's great for the game. Swing and a miss right there. That pitch just dropped right out of sight on Fiducia, and he's now number one here. Sometimes
we see it. Opposing pitchers, opposing infields in particular, they don't know how to defend the Rays.
Yep.
You know, the Rays don't wait until later in the game to play small ball. Sometimes they'll play small ball in the second, third inning, and teams have trouble defending it because you don't play against those types of teams often.
There's a chopper right side, and that's a foul ball, is it?
Yeah, it didn't get to it.
I think it's a foul ball. Yep.
Yep. You want to get to that baseball as quickly as possible before it kicks foul. You just lost yourself an out.
They both had Rackley, the plate umpire, and Nestor Sia, the first base umpire, coming down, and two hand signals kind of conferred that, yep, that's a foul ball, and Walls will come back to continue this at bat.
It was there, it was there, it was there until it wasn't, Dwayne. That's breaking it down for you.
So 1 out, bases empty, and Taylor Walls another shot here. It's inside. Two and one. Well, the last time out for Soriano, he picked up his 7th win. That was against the Dodgers. Well, 3-1. Rays will be headed that way for the next series on this trip. Over to Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium.
Are you going to hit the West Hollywood Sunset Strip with me?
I'm with you. There's a high popper down that left field side. Going to be fair and drops in there. Big turn at first, and Walls has himself a base hit. He is on for the 2nd time.
Well, in this ball game, with the margin for error and the fact that you're starting to go through the middle innings, you'll take anything you can get. Anything that you can get. So right there, that ball 95 miles an hour coming in on Taylor, and he's able to just float it into no man's land. And now you got another guy out there, a good base runner, a guy that can steal you a bag. Soriano's given up 3 stolen bases, 6 attempts.
And Walls 10 of 12 in the running game, with the top of the lineup up here. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Yandy Diaz. 1-1.
Tap. You know, Yandy does not, as well as his strike zone, as well defined as his strike zone is, he doesn't challenge. And he would have gotten one there. That ball clearly off the plate.
Well, it's 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, they say that 1-1 count, that pitch is a big pitch.
Yes.
But you know, if it's a 1-0 pitch and you get the call, that's a big pitch.
You get yourself back to even. Yeah, for sure.
Now it's 3-1. Well, the Rays have managed to put men on base in every inning except the 2nd. But no runs yet. Ground ball shortstop. Neto with the toss, out at 2nd, out at 1st. 6-4-3. Peraza in the middle. Shawnoel on the backside. We'll get ready for Longo's Legacy Weekend coming up July 11th and 12th with Longo's Best Plays Bracket Game. Relive the biggest moments from Evan's legendary Rays career. Watch the highlights. Vote by visiting RaysBaseball.com/Best Plays. And the first pitch, Denzer Guzman leading off. This guy loves to swing the bat. He saw 5 pitches last night in 4 at bats. He went 2 for 4. Grounded into a double play on the first pitch in the second inning, and now he's really working this count. It's 1-1.
He tried to get out of this at bat. He's already swung the last pitch.
A little tapper, left side. Caminero cutting to his left makes the play.
Let Taylor field the ground ball. Now this is a play right here that Junior's got enough of a head start. You can see Taylor set up behind him. I just remember that when he deflected that ball away, and that we were on the road.
Yep.
That's when we have to do those the post-game shows, and so we're watching Kevin Cash's press conference, and they asked him about it. He's like, let Taylor field the ground ball. That was the end of that.
Yep. A direct response. Walton takes a strike. One ball, one strike. That's a hot shot toward the line, backhanded by Mesa Jr. to keep it out of the corner, and a nice job to stop Walton at first base.
Yep, that's a great job out there by Victor Mesa Jr. because if that ball does get into the corner or even gets a little bit deeper, now you're talking about a runner out there at second base. By getting over there as quickly as he did and cutting it off, keep the runner at first, you keep the double play in order. The amount of ground balls that these guys have been serving up here tonight, that's a big deal.
Well, here's Logan O'Hoppe. Runner takes off and a foul ball. And Walton, pretty good jump there. Ground ball, and it's going to just get by Walls. Walton's going to go to third. And it's first and third. The 8 and 9 hitters are aboard.
Well, that's what you needed. And you got it, and it just happened to be a foot or two away from where it needed to be. That ball just enough to get by Walls. If he's able to field that, you got a real good chance, even with the dive, to get O'Hoppe, but it got by him. And now you're in some trouble.
Well, Neto, the leadoff man, will be up there. He's 0 for 2 with a ground ball to third and a strikeout. And at this point, Jax would take either one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll be interested to see how the Rays play the middle infield because of all the ground balls. So you'd play for the double play here. I mean, you've got runners at first and third. You get the double play, you're out of the inning. So we'll see how they set up defensively. But yeah, Griffin Jax, either one of those outcomes.
Yeah, Mike Trout on deck following Neto. We check the pitch count there.
Well, we said as a starter, you know, his 8 starts, he's averaging 14.5 pitches per inning. In all of his relief appearances, he was averaging 21 pitches per inning. Big difference, and there they are, playing for that double play.
And a big swing and miss. Neto pulling off that pitch, strike one. Into the dirt.
That's a great cover up there by Fiducia, because that ball was in the dirt well out in front of him. And it was a breaking ball, so those things could go anywhere. And he just squares up to it and keeps it right in front. That's a nice job. Saves a run.
Oh, big cut again. And it's 1-2. Angels scored a run in the fourth. All came with 2 outs. Now first and third, 1 out in the 5th inning. One, two. Into the dirt, blocked by Fiducia. He's had a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, another one. That one at 91, and that one hit in front of the plate. That's another one that's not real easy. Change up, straight down.
Here we go, 2-2. And he gets him. Got him to chase there, sweeping that one away from him. That is out number 2.
Well, with our Orlando Health slow-mo replay, about how far did he miss this curveball by? I mean, probably 3-4 inches off the end of that bat. Got that really good sweeping action, got the big strikeout that he needed.
Well, 5 strikeouts on the night, and that, to this point, perhaps the biggest one. Now he faces Mike Trout. Trout starts to go, and he went around.
Yeah.
Mr. Sia down there at first says that's a strike.
Yeah, and we saw the last one that they said that he did not go. It was close enough. This one obviously went further. This is no question about it.
Tries it again, no go this time. 1-1. Los Angeles with the only run of the game, unearned in the 4th, and threatened in the 5th. Two balls and a strike. He jammed him, backhanded pick, and the throw to first, and nicely done over at first base by Aranda. That ball started to sink a bit. They get Trout. The Angels leave 2 men aboard. Here's another look at that final out. And through 5, it's still 1-0 Los Angeles. Race TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. By Rooms to Go. Show now and save big on the hottest styles and get low Rooms to Go prices during Rooms to Go Hot Buys. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. It has been a 1-0 game since the 4th. We head into the 6th inning. And the Rays are going to be looking at a left-hander. Soriano gone after 5, and Sammy Natera Jr. is on to face Jonathan Aranda. Left on left right here. To the backstop. It skips. 1-0. Ball 2. Montero has been with the Angels since June the 5th. So a little over a week. 2-1. Made his major league debut on June the 6th against the Dodgers. 2 innings. And he comes back to square it, getting a strike there. 2-2.
Got back to the fastball and looking pretty firm right there. 94, 95.
He's been pitching at Salt Lake. 20 games out of the bullpen there. Garrett Clevenger in the bullpen for the Rays. Too close. The count is full. It's foul right back. Well, Aranda, 3 RBIs in the game last night. 2 hits, 2 for 5, and a 3 RBI night. Trying to get aboard here in the 6th. And that will do it as he takes a walk on that pitch low. So the Rays put the leadoff man on for the 3rd time now in 6 innings. They're still looking for that first run. Cedric Mullins will be up. And a bunt attempt. That's fouled. High pop foul. It's going to wind up in the stands. 2 strikes. It's Aranda at first. And the fastball fouled back. Still 2 strikes. A little time for Dave Rackley to readjust some things. Oh, that mask. Thank goodness for the mask, but that still gives you a jar. Mullins is out number 1. So Natera picks up a strikeout.
Nasty slider right here. Takes it down and away. That's what he can do. He's got that good fastball, a good downhill plane. And then when he gets ahead, you go to that breaking ball, that slider left on left. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, that fastball makes that slider possible.
I mean, it plays off that fastball so well.
Caminero takes 96 for a strike.
And again, he drives it downhill. You know, I mean, it's one thing to have that 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 95, but he's got a loose arm and really does a good job of getting life on that heater. And that one up in the zone.
Yeah, a couple of fastballs, different spots, but in that 95, 96 range.
Just doesn't allow you a whole lot of time to make a decision. And when you're able to locate it, you're able to drive it downhill, you're able to elevate it effectively.
There's Junior on the fastball. And a swing and miss. He stayed with the hard stuff, got him.
You know, and Dwayne, again, bottom of the zone, strike 1. He went right to the top of the zone, strike 2, and he's like, you know what, because I got you over a barrel here, I can take it up a little bit further. Will you follow me up a little bit higher? And he did.
Yep.
You know, even if you take that pitch and Nateras goes, okay, I'm still up 1-2, but I'm going to take a chance here up and out of the zone, and he gets the chase.
Chandler Simpson lifts it into left. Meckler toward the line for this one. Leadoff walk, and the Rays leave a man. Bottom of inning 6 coming 1-0. Rays TV is brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. Advent Health. And by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Rays in Anaheim against the Los Angeles Angels. Garrett Clevenger, the new pitcher for the Rays. 5 innings for Griffin Jackson. Clevenger on to face Wade Meckler. And there's a big cut and a miss. Oh, that's Siri. Siri is pinch hitting. That's why he had that big swing. So Meckler lifted, and Siri now with a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Siri with some good numbers. He was in the lineup last night. One is down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a foul ball back. Well, Jack's worked 5. Now Clevenger. And how about that? Craig Kimbrell just activated. And he's up in the bullpen. Tap foul. Still 1-2. It's a strike call. So Siri caught looking, 1 away.
Well, Griffin Jack's building off of his last start against the team from South Florida. He was pretty good again here today. Another 5 innings, strong baseball. Didn't give up any earned runs. Had the, didn't walk anybody. 5 strikeouts, 1 unearned run. But he just did a good job of moving the ball around the zone again. A lot of ground balls, like we said he was looking for, and enough strikeouts.
And Adele shoots one just out of the reach of Walls. Pass short and into left. Simpson quickly getting that ball back in. And Adele is 2 for 3.
Been a frustrating night for Taylor Walls out there at short. He had the error on the ground ball hit that went off of his wrist. He's had a couple of dives that have come up just a little bit short. That one right there, I mean, that ball was well struck. Taylor had a shot at it. How close did he get? Well, close enough. It was off the end of his glove.
Now Shonwell, lefty on lefty. And a strike, 96 in. Way in that time.
I thought that ball had front hip written all over it. I thought that ball had front hip written all over it. Clevenger gets so much action on that fastball. He's such good velocity.
The move to first. Adele doubled off the wall in the 4th and has scored the only run of the game. He's on again with a base hit here in the 6th. 3 of 3 in the running game. And there's a liner into center field. Adele's going to stop at second, making the turn. Well served that one into center. He's on for the 3rd time tonight. So it's runners first and second. 1 out with Peraza due. And Kevin Cash is out to make a pitching change. Well, let's send it to Ryan Bass for a late night with the Rays.
Off season, you get 1 free concert ticket, front row. Who are you seeing?
Man, we are big fans of Chris Stapleton. Seen him
Playing in Tampa tonight, by the way.
Oh yeah, but we're also big fans of Bruno Mars. Haven't seen him live yet, so that's the next one on the to-do list.
Which teammate is most likely to talk themselves out of a speeding ticket?
I'm gonna go with Mac.
Yeah.
I think Mac will talk himself out of a speeding ticket.
He can motivate the cop.
Yeah. I could see Shane getting out of a speeding ticket.
Stop speeding, Shane. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. All right, what's the best road city in baseball for food?
I mean, it's hard to. You can't. New York is.
A little biased, though.
Yeah. I mean, you got everything.
It's true.
You know, whatever you want, they got good food there. Toronto's also really good.
Those are good. Those are 2 good ones. And
then San Diego. I'd say those are. I'll give you my top 3, so I don't leave it. Those are all tied for first. That's not
spanning coast to coast.
Yeah.
All right, karaoke song. If you're getting up and singing, what's the go-to?
Karaoke song, maybe "Build Me Up."
Okay.
Is that the name of the song?
Build Me Up, Buttercup?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'll sing that one.
That's a good sing-along. People can get into that one. All right, last one. You have 1 vacation to be planned, and this teammate has to plan it for you. Who is it?
Drew Rasmussen.
Because routine oriented?
Yeah, he's so routine. He's so thorough in his preparation. I know I'm going to have a good time if he plans it.
That's a good one there.
Yes, he covered a lot of ground in a hurry, and Nick Martinez was right on point.
Drew Rasmussen, yes, as a tour guide, as a vacation planner, that makes a lot of sense because he is so meticulous in his work, in his preparation. That would be a good time. What would be your karaoke song?
Oh,
Ryan?
gosh. I got to get back to the game right now.
Got to get back to the game.
Yeah,
okay.
Craig Kimbrell is in there, making his Rays debut. And the pitch to Peraza is low. Jacks for 5. Clevenger a third. He leaves with 2 men on, and Craig Kimbrell, the veteran right-hander, on. The strike. Well, a lot of moxie there, and the Rays field, he's a guy who could really be a big addition to the bullpen.
I mean, very low risk on bringing him in, for sure. And
this one will skip past Fiducia, and that's going to send both men into scoring position. A wild pitch charged. Count goes to 2-1.
Oh, he just yanks this one badly. I mean, yeah, Fiducia had no shot. I mean, you're just kind of going out there a wing and a prayer.
Kimbrell closing in on his 38th birthday, a couple days away. Ooh, he was looking for a call there. And it's 3-1 instead. Guzman on deck. Pitch up and in a little bit, but Peraza went for it. 3-1. The count is full. And away swave and miss. That sweeper, and he got the chase. So Peraza is a big out. That's 2 gone.
Yeah, and when you can get that chase, when you can get that big out on a ball that's not in the zone, I mean, that ball was never a strike. You know, we talk about having a ball or a strike to ball, and that was ball to ball, but he got the swing and got that big strike out there with those runners at second and third. Now, retire the hitter, get out of the inning.
Well, here's Guzman. It's fouled back. Four-seamer moving in on him a bit there.
He likes to swing the bat, Dwayne.
Yes.
You've established that. Just get it close.
That's right. Especially getting the jump on him. Oh, look out,
baby.
up and in. Can't swing at that.
No, but what you can do is follow it up with that breaking ball down and away and watch Guzman reach and reach and reach.
I like the way you're thinking.
You stand up a hitter like that, he's not going to be real apt to be diving over the plate anytime soon.
The 1-1 instead of turn back towards second. Nothing doing. Fouled. Out of play. So Kimbrel up in the count. Denzer Guzman. And a soft blinder going to drop and a base hit into center off a 1-2 pitch. And the Angels now pad this lead from 1-0 to 3-0.
Yeah, that becomes such a huge hit for the Angels. The Rays got some work to do now, but look where it's at. Four-seam fastball in off the label of the bat. That ball had no exit velocity whatsoever. Guzman hits a little humpback liner flare that falls in. Unfortunately, that's worth 2 runs.
Donovan Walton. Inside. So both those runs charged to Clevenger. Two and nothing. Eight hits in the game now for the Angels. Over to first. Guzman back in. And a towering popper. Foul ball. Will it be playable? And that's just out of play. Short of the dugout. And that will take the count to 2-1. Aranda was there just in case. Fiducia also over there. And Ryan, it was beyond his range. Out of play. And there aren't many things out of his range or out of play when it comes to Ryan.
Well, yeah, out of play, you're not kidding.
No time called now.
VIP at the Pendry.
That's where you'll find him.
Oh, baby.
Braves with a little chat on the mound now. Well, they have a little break. I would tell you, my song would be My Way, Sinatra's rendition.
Okay.
And if I had my way, the Rays would get out of this spot, hold them right where they are, and then put some offense on the board.
Look at you. Look at you putting that all together. The song with what you would wish for, what you envision.
2-1, runner breaks, pitch up, and that ball popped away from Paduccia on the attempted exchange. So Guzman running will pick up a stolen base there. And things falling into place for the Angels in the bottom of the 6th inning. Putting up 2 runs and now another man in scoring position.
He blocked his own shot. Just to finish up with the first half of your story.
That's a shot back toward the corner. That will score Guzman. Walton in at second, standing with a double. That run charged to Kimbrel, and it's now 4-0.
I mean, how quickly things can turn.
Yes.
You know, you're a pitch away from getting out of this inning, just trailing by 1, still with a number of shots left, and you still have those shots left. However, the Angels have put something together here with 2 outs, and they have scored 3 runs. The big base hit, a stolen base, another hit down into the corner, an extra base hit. And just like that,
they have 4 runs, 9 hits in the game now. And Logan O'Hoppe in the batter's box. It's ball 1. Fly ball, right field. Mesa Jr. is going to be there and makes the catch to retire the side. 7 men come to the plate. 4-0 Los Angeles. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. 4-0. The Angels put up 3 in the 6th inning. It's Jose Siri out there and left after pinch hitting to begin that inning by striking out. But then the Angels went to work, and the Rays are going to have to go to work here.
Yep. You've got 3 shots left. You're down 4. Natera Jr. is staying on.
So Palacios looking for his first hit of the night. Foul ball, chopping down the first base side for a strike.
Boy, the tarp's off in the right field corner, upper deck. That escalated quickly.
Yes.
I took a peek up there about 10 minutes ago, and there wasn't a soul up there.
The catcher's challenging.
Well, that pitch called the ball, and the Angels challenge, and it's going to revert to a strike. Nothing at 2. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's 1-2. Popper, third base side foul. Guzman is there and makes the catch. He got over there on that mile-high pop-up right in front of the dugout and almost overran it.
Yeah, those pop-ups, you know, that are shallow from the pitcher's mound, right, left, or behind the catcher, those have that spin that will take it back towards the field of play. And so you see that quite a bit. A guy that's trying to make his way over to, you know, to the dugout of the fence over there can go a little too far, but he was able to hang on, make that play, and raise down and out.
Victor Mesa Jr., a ball, no strike count, facing the left-hander. Upstairs again. 2-0. The take there runs the count to 3-0. Rays got some action in their bullpen. Now a strike, 3-1. It's Cole Sulser up in the bullpen. And ball 4. The Rays got a base runner. So a man at first with 1 out. 7th inning. Brought to you by Hyundai.
Catcher number 9, Hunter.
Sammy Natera Jr. in relief of Soriano. There you go, B.A.
Yeah, I'm telling you that there was nobody up there in between the last half inning. And now, I mean, they're pretty well represented up there. Tarps off, taking off all over the country, Dwayne.
Move to first. There's a junior back in. Well, good, clean fun.
It is. We should do a telecast from Tarps off land. No?
We want to protect the ratings as much as we can.
The ratings would be great. The problem is we wouldn't be able to hear ourselves think. Can you do something like that? That'd be a tough ask. Because it's just constant chanting, yelling.
Yep.
Right over your shoulder.
Oh, there's a ball. Gets away all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch sends Mesa Jr. up to second base.
Sounds like media dining. They're similar.
We have quite a cast of characters sometimes.
We do. We do.
We might be able to. Well, I'm not sure we can attract sponsors. I was going to say maybe turn that into a commercial activity, but I'm not sure. High popper left side. Guzman from third makes the catch. Produces out number 2.
I think we could monetize it.
Press
We
90.
should be able to.
Oh, sure. Why not?
It's more entertaining than a lot of stuff that you watch on TV. Tell you that much.
Well, here's Taylor Walls. Pitch is a strike. Fly ball lifted toward the right field line. Adele still fair over there, and he makes the catch, and the Rays are out of the 7th, leaving a man. They have stranded 6 tonight.
Well, let's take a look at a game summary here as the Angels leading the Rays 4-0 as we head into the home half of the 7th inning. Griffin Jacks getting an opportunity here tonight to make the start and once again put together a really good one. 5 innings, 1 unearned run. Didn't walk anybody, 5 strikeouts. On the other side, Jose Soriano was excellent for the Angels with 5 shutout innings, couple of walks, and 5 strikeouts. But it was that at bottom of the 6th inning, 2 outs, and the Rays an opportunity to get out of that inning, not giving anything up, just a 1-run deficit. And all of a sudden, the Angels, with a little flare base hit, a stolen base, a double into the corner, and they were able to plate 3 more runs just that quickly. And that's where the lead is now at 4-0.
Cole Sulser takes over on the mound, top of the order. Here's Neto, Zach Neto, the shortstop, lifting a pop foul out of play for a strike. Well, there's the breakout for Sulser, pitching on the road with a 386. Wide right there, 1-1. Neto was grounded out twice, has struck out. A ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. look out over there toward the Angels dugout. Griffin Jacks gave up a run in 5 innings, unearned. Clevenger 2 runs in a third. Kimbrel a run in 2/3 of an inning. And there's a base hit. Pulled into left. Neto's on for the first time. It sends Los Angeles into double figures in the hit department. Now it's Mike Trout. Over to first. Neto is back in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, like a bad rash, Tarpsoff continues to spread.
Yes, they have done a great job of recruiting and in rather quick fashion.
That's a big group, man.
One strike here to Trout. One and one.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be.
Ground ball back a third, foul. Rays dropped last night's game 4-3. They find themselves trailing 4-0 tonight. And Trout is out on strikes.
Well, that's where you got to go. If you want to get him and try to get him to chase, you got to go up top. Or you've got to go off speed short, below the zone, short of the zone. Watch the uppercut swing. He just can't get there. He's got such a steep swing. Our Orlando Hell slow-mo replay. Sulcer reaches back for his best pitch of the night. That's a 94-mile-an-hour heater, and he got it right where he needed to.
Runner on the move. He got a great jump and is in there head first. Neto steals his 11th base of the year.
Oh, wow, he got a moving lead. You know, used to see that only out at second base, where if you didn't stop the runner out there, he'd be able to easily swipe third. But with the disengagement rule, and look at, he's doing it out there too. And the fact that the bases are bigger now, you see that a lot more at first base too. They want you to step off to stop them because that's a disengagement that's down.
Yep.
They want you to do that right there.
You wonder what all those guys, all the way back to Maury Wills and Lou Brock and Ricky Henderson,
the games they would have played.
Oh my
you
gosh.
had limited disengagements.
Yep.
Now imagine this. Imagine those guys with limited disengagements and bigger bags.
Yes.
So you're closer. My good Lord, how many bags would they would have swiped?
It would have been out of sight. Back to second.
And they're used up.
Yep.
So keep your eye on Neto and see if he starts getting a moving lead, because if there was a time to steal third, it's with one out. You don't want to make the first or the third out over there. At least that used to be the old adage. But right now, oh, he is moving. How did he not go?
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Siri sends a fly ball dead center. That's all the way gone. I mean, up and over the vegetation. Siri homers to center. Wow. That makes it 6-0. World Series third home run of the year, and here it is.
I mean, the leverage that he was able to create with that swing. A towering no-doubter to center field, and enjoying every bit of it.
Waddell takes ball one inside. Tracking it down. That's a base hit into right center. Waddell 3 for 4 tonight. Third hit of the inning for the Angels. Well, there's Siri with the bat flip. Well, takes a pitch off the plate in.
Well, you had the Mullins hit up the middle, and for the Rays, that's it. StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, exit velocities heavily in favor of the Angels. Joe Adell leading the way. Siri, that blast, well, it was just too high. That was the problem. He hit that thing so high. Challenge, and they may win this one.
Pitcher's roll to strike. The batter's challenging.
Right now it's 2-1, but we'll see.
Call's overturned. Los Angeles has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, the Angels win again, and it's 3-0. Three and 1 now. Full count. Griffin Jax started, gave up 1 unearned run in 5. Clevenger 2 out of the bullpen. Kimbrel 1. Sulzer 2. Runner at first, 1 out in the 7th. Runner takes off, and the pitch is down. So Adell moves to second. Shonowell draws the base on balls. So 4 of the 5 hitters faced by Sulzer have reached. 2 have scored, 2 men on. Kyle Snyder trots to the mound. And we take a look at the rooms to go standings. The Yankees with a win have moved a half game in front of the Rays, and the Rays would need a tremendous comeback here to reclaim a percentage point advantage over New York. But right now the Yankees have a half game lead. Blue Jays 3 back, followed by Baltimore and Boston.
The Rays have been in first place and had the best record in the American League for the last 35 days. Or at least the best record, best record in the American League, 35 days.
Yep.
So they come back and win. It'll get to 36 tomorrow, but they've got a lot of work to do.
Yes, they do.
And it starts with letting the Angels score no more.
Angels put up 3 in the 6th. They've added to it here in the 7th, threatened for more. 2 strikes to Peraza. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chopped foul. Bachman, the right-hander. Sutter, the left-hander. And there's a cut and miss. for the second out of the inning. Outs coming on strikeouts.
Third baseman, number 23.
Now Guzman upstairs. Two balls, no strikes. Fouls it back. Cut it, that four-seamer up a bit.
Yeah, he does not get cheated. We have seen that, well, every time that he has played against the Rays. He is a free swinger, a big swinger.
2-1. Ball three. And he got that pitch in on a popped up foul, and that will drop just into the first row back of the dugout. The count is full. First and second, two gone. Runners will be off with the pitch. Lined into left, and that ball is going to drop in front of Simpson. One run will score. Adele crosses the plate. Shonoell stops at third, an RBI single right there for Guzman, who had driven in 2 runs prior back in the 6th. Another run batted in the 7th.
I think that Chandler thought that this ball was hit better than it actually was. And by the time he realizes that ball's falling quickly, it falls too quickly and gets down in front of him.
Here's Donovan Walton. Ball one upstairs. 2-0. Two balls and a strike. And Boozer up in the bullpen. And a wave and miss. 2-2. Drop for a base hit. Shonoell scores. Guzman winds up at third. Another run is in. A 4-run inning and an 8-0 game. So Kevin Cash out of the dugout. We'll be back in a moment. Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Oh, I'm about to make it personal.
I'll tell you, it's been a tough inning here for the Rays. The last couple innings have been difficult.
Look at that box score. Well, thank you. Nothing to see here.
Yep. Unearned run in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, 4 spot in the 7th, and Cam Boozer in the game. His recent outings.
Done a nice job. 5 strikeouts up against just 1 walk, 3 scoreless outings. Got good stuff too. Good strong fastball from the left side.
And the first pitch, Hoppy jumps on it and pulls it foul. Sharply hit down the left field side. The catcher Logan O'Hoppy with 2 men aboard. Look out, sharply hit foul in front of Keith Johnson, the third base coach. A ball, 2 strikes. That's going to be strike 3. Tried to check. O'Hoppy went around. So Boozer comes on to strike out O'Hoppy. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Ball game heading into the 8th. Angels taking charge of this game in the 6th and 7th innings, and they send Brent Suter to the mound now, their third pitcher of the game. Soriano worked 5. On the first pitch here in the 8th, Yandy Diaz takes a strike. Yandy towers this one into right. Adele is there waiting. 1 away.
First baseman, number 8,
Jonathan Aranda to face the left-hander. Strike 1. Turns away from that one. It's 2-1. Well, the Rays have stranded 6 men, 4 in scoring position. And still looking for that first run. They've been limited to just the 3 hits. That takes the count to 2-2.
Well, you knew that you had the potential with Jose Soriano, and I know that he's been struggling a little bit more as of late, but he's still, you know, his first 6 starts, he gave up 1 earned run in 37 2/3 innings. Enough said. That tells you how dominant he can be, and that's the version that you got here tonight. And then the Angel bullpen's been pretty good since.
Out to second base, Peraza up and out with the throw. 2 gone. Well, you look at Soriano and Griffin Jacks. I mean, Jacks worked 5 innings, 1 unearned run. He didn't walk anybody, 5 strikeouts. Soriano, no runs, 3 hits, 5 innings, couple walks, and 5 strikeouts.
Bottom of the 6th.
Yep.
Runners on second and third with 2 outs. A flare into left center field that falls in for a hit, a stolen base, a double, and that's what started to build the separation. And then it got ugly in the 7th.
One ball, 1 strike. And a high pop foul out of play. Well, for every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/raise for more information. And there's a base hit off the bat of Mullins, his second hit of the game. Mullins and Simpson singled in the fourth. Walls with a base hit in the fifth, and now the base hit here in the eighth.
Some good plate coverage there. That ball was off the plate away. Cedric Mullins has started to come alive a little bit more with that bat. That's a good sign. Done a lot of good things out in center field, so it's nice to see the offensive side start to come together, get some hits, lay down some bunts, steal a bag, hit a few home runs.
One strike to Caminero.
Need to get this guy going.
Yeah, 0 for 3 tonight. 3 strikeouts. 0 for 4 with a walk. In last night's game, moved to first, back in. Ground ball headed into center field. Mullins advances to second. So Caminero has a base hit.
Left fielder number 14, Chandler Simpson.
So Chandler Simpson will be coming up there. He had the infield hit in the fourth. Takes it upstairs.
You remember that game back at the Trop when Suter, they did one of those anthem standoffs?
Oh, yes.
And he got thrown out of the game.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's a high chop out to short. Oh, big hop there. And they get the force anyway at second base on a fielder's choice. Bottom of the eighth coming up, 8-0. Bottom of the eighth inning coming up. It's an 8-0 game. Neto, the top of the order, leads off. Cam Boozer on the mound. It's foul, pulled outside the bag at third for a strike. Neto 1 for 4 tonight with a couple strikeouts. There's a base hit and a run scored in their 4-run seventh. It's a towering shot to left center field. Mullins is there on the track, and he's got it. One away. Oh, Mike Trout. Trout singled his first time. That's a strike. It's popped up the other way and will go out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. And a big towering pop up. Walls waits for that. 2 up and 2 down. Boozer came on, got the last out on the strikeout of Ohapi in the 7th inning when the Angels put 4 up there on the board. Well, Jose Siri hit the home run to center. Ball 1. One ball, one strike. One and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That runs it full. Well, both starting pitchers are still the pitchers of record in this game. Soriano 5 scoreless, and Jax 1 unearned run in the 5 innings he worked. Shot foul. Siri with that home run in the 7th inning, or after he entered the game in the 6th. And there's the breakout on it.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Bat speed of 77 miles per hour. Pretty impressive distance, 431 feet to basically straightaway center field. That was a shot.
And he draws a walk. Siri will head down to first. Take a look at some of the longest home runs at Angel Stadium this year. Siri's named 5th on that list. Zach Neto, 443 feet. Joe Adell takes a big cut. Strike 1. Been a big night for Adell. He is 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Foul out of play. 0-2. Look out, foul ball. That went over the heads of all of those Angels there along the railing.
Yeah, when do you put the netting of starting like here?
Yeah.
Okay, the telly went out too. Everything stinks right now, Dwayne.
Well, ground ball right side, and that's going to see its way through. Over to third goes Siri, and Adell has a 4-hit night. He's 4 for 5.
It was like that ball was running away from Richie Palacios. It was so poorly hit and just could not get there. That's been the way that this night has gone.
Well, here's Shonowell. First pitch strike. the Rays and the Angels get together again tomorrow. Oh, 2. And a wave and miss. So Shonwell is out on strikes, and we will go to the ninth in an 8-0 game.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
This ball game moves into the 9th inning, and the Angels in the latter stages of this game have taken control. Kirby Yates will be the new pitcher, veteran right-hander, pitcher number 4. The Rays, Richie Palacios to lead off. First pitch is a strike. Rays have been shut out on 5 hits. They've been shut out 3 times this year, all combination shutouts. They try to avoid that here in the 9th. Foul ball, 0-2. They were shut out in Boston. Connolly early started that game for the Red Sox. Whitlock and Chapman followed. That was a 4-0 game. Shut out in New York. Brian Weathers started that game. That was a 2-0 game. Against Detroit, a wave and a miss, and Palacios is out on strikes. They lost 8-0 to Detroit at Tropicana Field, and Jack Flaherty started that game. And tonight it has been Soriano for 5. And he has been followed by now 3 pitchers out of the bullpen. Matera Jr. 1, Suter 1, and now Yates. And Victor Mason Jr. a swing and a miss. Upstairs, 1-1. Into center field. That's going to hang up for Trout. Mesa is the second out. So 2 gone with the bases empty. And Fiducia
Catcher number 9
makes his way to the plate. It's a ball. Fiducia's 0 for 3. It's a foul ball, and that's caught the plate umpire, Dave Rackley. We're down to the final out here. Rackley's been behind the plate. And take a look at this. Deflecting off of Hoppy and then right to Rackley. A 1-1 count on Fiducia. Back into center field, pretty well tagged, but Trout has room and makes the catch. And the Rays drop this game. It's an 8-0 final. 15 hits tonight for the Angels. And the Rays have dropped the first 2 games of this series. And the play of the game, B.A.
Our Advent Health play of the game. At this point, it's 1-0, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Denzer Guzman gets that ball off the label of bat, hits a little soft liner that gets down. That would take a 1-0 game, make it 3-0. He would swipe second. He would be driven in on a double down into the corner. That made it 4-0 Angels. That's where they really started to separate themselves, and then they took full control in the bottom of the 7th, where they plated 4 more runs.
So the Rays drop it 8-0 for Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, Brian Bass. Rays Live the postgame. We'll all come back for Rays Live the postgame.